gonna be terrible.
I wasn't paying attention, but hello and welcome to Best of the Bottom, where bottom class people drinking bottom shelf booze. And then we let the dog in. Eeps, I screwed up. What's any different than usual? Like I said, we're bottom class people drinking bottom shelf booze, and we have a few things that we like to do on this podcast. We like to get into some booze in the news, which is going to be talking about. Oh, I didn't put it on here. I thought I did, but I didn't. So I am wrong. Oh, I didn't put it in here, but I forgot to save. We're going to be talking about legalizing weed. Yes, that is what I'm talking about. Legalizing weed. Oh, damn it. Well, I'm here, right? So I'm Reverend JP, and this is. I screwed up. Then we have a Florida man, and we'll be reviewing our bottom class booze. And tonight, I have made something special using some watermelon and Cheetos Chamoy. This is made by a local firefighter. And this is a little side hustle. He makes some chamoy. He also makes some spicy candies as well on the side. That is his. There is his Instagram handle right there. And that's where you can place orders for this stuff. $5 for 8 ounces in there. And then I don't know how much candy is. I didn't ask. I'm sorry. I apologize. But it's homemade, it's delicious, and I've made a cocktail with it, and we're dripping chamoy everywhere. And there's going to be a fresh little cocktail right here with chamoy rimming the glass. And we're going to be sticky AF by the end of this.
I know. I'm not looking forward to sticky hands.
Sticky hands. But before we officially get the ball rolling, we have this little lovely thing called the Bag of Doom. In this bag, we have a bunch of freaking shots that we draw out of. We don't get to choose what it is. We reach in there, we draw it, we take a shot. I don't know how many's in here. There's less than 50 now. So that's good news. And Diane goes first. As she's doing right now. Actually.
Are you fucking kidding me?
What?
It's prairie organic watermelon cucumber and lime. I personally am not a fan of watermelon. I
got the same thing.
Are you serious? Did you bring this?
No, I didn't.
More watermelon?
Watermelon out the ass. It is summertime. Loving the summertime.
I hate watermelon flavored things so much, and I just do. I'm not looking forward to this.
There is fresh watermelon in this.
I mean, watermelon is one of those things where it's like, if it's there, I'll eat it, but it's not. Oh,
I love watermelon. And the watermelon I got from Sprouts is bomb AF. Oh. And Maverick Comic has subscribed for month 7 at tier 1.
Yay.
Yay, Maverick. We got no chaser. We got no chaser, folks. We got no chaser.
Have we ever had chasers?
Well, we usually have some water at least. To the show and to Cheetos Chamoy.
Oh, love you.
I can't do a heart without spills. Like, bam, teamwork. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, ooh.
I don't know about that. But it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's not super watermelony.
That cucumber is stronger than I expected. That cucumber is coming strong.
I would say, well, cucumber always comes strong.
It comes.
That's why I don't invite it to the party.
True. I usually don't either. Before we get fully rolling, because this chamoy is just dripping down this glass, I'm going to kind of speed along so we can get to the actual beverage of the night. So, prepare to join us on this lovely adventure. And I am a sweaty motherfucker. It is hot in here, and it's summertime, and hopefully this lovely juice cocktail that I've created will be cooling and enjoyable and soothing and make the soul feel right.
I doubt it. I mean, the what's this called? Chamoy?
Chamoy.
Chamoy. Why did I say that? That I feel extra stupid that those were.
That's all right.
I should have I was going to try avoiding saying the name because I was like, I did not hear what I was not paying attention to what it's actually called. And then I said Chamoy, and now I wish I just would disappear.
Well, you saw my video earlier.
The ether.
I had, could not say Cheetos. No, damn it. I went super white again. I was having trouble saying Cheetos Chamoy without sounding exceptionally white. Shall we get on with tonight's Florida Man adventure?
Yeah.
2018. A Florida man posed as housewife to lure men into home where he'd secretly film sex acts for the interweb. Yes.
A Florida man
Posed as a housewife to lure men into his home. Well, into a home. We don't know if it's his home. So, that could be the biggest illegal part right there. It's not the fact that this man is, trying to, get on the bang bus or, the bait bus or whatever. He's dressing as a housewife. Look, man, everybody's got their kinks. Look, and this guy had spent so much money on the various Brazzers porn sites, and he saw a thing called the bait bus, where you usually have a super attractive woman come show her boobaloobies, her boobages, the bazongas, the
boobaloobaloobies. We need a new shot glass now.
That's from Good Mythical Morning.
Oh my god, I love it so much.
Yes, but sorry, I'm just trying to go with all the chest cannons.
Sweater puppies.
What was I talking about? Yeah, sweater puppies. Yes. So on this bus, supposedly unsuspecting dudes get on the bus thinking they're going to hook up with this, super hot girl with clearly fake boobies. Boobies. And then they do the whole bait and switch. They get on and they end up having to, wrangle a rooster. It's just it's a skeevy tactic, even though it's unsuspecting. So he was watching and realized, you know what? Times are tough. The housing market crashed 10 years ago. And I'm still broke. I didn't have a home then. I still don't have one now. So you know what? This house is vacant. He came in, set everything up. A little squatters' rights action he's trying to pull. In the meantime, he was like, oh, how can I fund these projects? What can I do? Bait bus. I don't know any hot chicks with big old bazongas. Where can I substitute? Bam. Gone to Amazon, found a little rubber fake boobies that put in, cleaned himself up, realized he's got a decent little badonkadonk. So he's like, Oh, dudes will be into this easily. Get on the old gram, put up some. Was TikTok a thing then? I don't know if TikTok was a thing in 2018. It might have been. Whatever.
I think so.
It probably was. TikToks, TikToks. Bam. He's on there. He's throwing everything up there. He's just, swinging it, grinding it, just slamming it out there as hard as he could. Sets up his OnlyFans. I don't know if it was OnlyFans. Sets up a Craigslist, puts up the thing, says, hey, I'm the housewife from channel at in your mom's house. Bitch. So he's just I don't know where I'm going with the story anymore.
We've kind of
went off the rails. So this guy, he saw the bait bus. He got on the social medias. He's got on the Craigslist. He's doing everything he can to make a quick buck. And, like I said, he's got that badonkadonk. So he just starts luring in all kinds of lonely dudes, being like, oh, single housewife, ready to have some fun. Cut a hole in my next door. I don't know what the I'm trying to make this as friendly as possible. Like glory hole kind of thing.
Yeah. You're kind of going about it in a convoluted way.
Look, I'm making up the story. But either way, homeboy needs that money. He's got people on the hook. Mm-hmm. Bam! Chris Hansen shows up.
Ooh.
Yes. Chris Hansen shows up, and he's like, oh, take a seat.
Wait, hold on. If Chris Hansen's there, are we talking about children now?
I don't know. He caught wind. He was just like, hey, what's going on? We should keep the porn to adults, like 18 or older, Justin. I'm not saying no. Well, I guess you're right.
Yeah, Chris Hansen don't show up for
no. Chris Hansen was talking about investigating some other stuff that was not under.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to make that clear.
Well, there's nobody else.
Spoofing adult men.
Yeah, they're all adults, but it's a scam. It's a scam, and some dudes were like, "Oh no, I didn't get in," and fuck. Story shot. You fucking poked holes in it. I was on a roll, but Chris Hansen showed up. He's like, "Take a seat," and he's like, "Why?" And then he gets arrested.
You know what? Sometimes I listen to you talk and I forget it's not like a real story. Like I listen to you like you're telling me actual like news stuff, and then I have to like pull myself back out and be like, this is him going on. But sometimes I seriously am sitting here like, what? And then I'm asking you, I want to ask you questions, and then I'm like, oh yeah, he didn't actually.
I'm making this up as I go along.
Read the thing.
And watch.
But it's just the passion in which it sounds like facts.
Well, this one's all screwed now.
Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy.
Chris Hansen, housewife, bam, butt plug, the end. He gets arrested. I'm sad now.
I'm sorry.
Poked holes in my shit.
Sorry.
So moving right along.
Well, I just didn't think you wanted to talk like that dressed as a priest and everything,
Well, true. Maybe that helps the theme.
I don't know, dude. I don't want to put that on Florida man,
Yeah, true.
He's an outstanding member of society. You just don't know.
Upstanding.
Thank you.
Oh.
Stop poking holes in my vocabulary.
I'll poke holes in all your.
I didn't mean to. All right. I forgot. It's not a real story. I got caught up in the moment. Stop being so good at Florida mans. How about that?
Well, I thought that was one of my weakest Florida mans. Oh yeah, this Chamoy is fucking rolling.
I know, dude.
You know what? Let's get to.
You basically guaranteed. I had figured out where I'm going to put my hands not to get sticky, and that's all out the fucking window now.
Yeah.
It's like right under lights.
It's no longer
so like everything is.
It's no longer rimmed. It's the whole glass.
I hate it. I don't want it.
Just do like I'm doing. Look.
No, I got it figured.
Because now you can't lick the things up, and then
I'm not licking it. I'm not wiping it off. I'm just. Ooh, that's tasty.
Oh, damn.
That reminds me of elementary school so much. Like I've been taken back. Like I used to always get the candies. Little watermelons with the I guess chamoy. I'm just gonna be licking this glass the whole time. I don't even want the watermelon stuff.
I am impressed with myself. I'm gonna pat myself on the motherfucking back because I don't know. Okay, so I came up with this idea. Cheetos Chamoy, like I said, is made by a firefighter that I know for Las Cruces fire. This is a little side hustle. Like I said, I put his Instagram up here. Bam, put it back up. So he makes this chamoy. He makes some spicy candies. I had seen he had done like some rimmed Topo Chico seltzers, and that's all originally do. I was sitting there going, oh, we'll do some Topo Chico. We'll rim it. We'll do this. And then I don't know what the fuck I was doing. Oh, so I was at this place called the Paletta Bar, and they have some amazing Aqua Frescas, and they have watermelon. You can get it with chamoy and tahini inside and rimmed on the glass. Oh, and it's amazing. So I was drinking that. I was looking at his Instagram, and I thought, bam, what if I made my own alcoholic version of an Aqua Fresca? So my first thought was this barefoot wine. So I was like, ooh, there we go. They have their Fruscato watermelon, and we will check this out. And then I thought, what could make this better? What is chamoy, tamarind, and some chili? Bam. Smirnoff, spicy tamarind. Oh. So I've put together a little YouTube channel, a little YouTube video on how I made it. You can check it out on the Perico Productions channel. And then I made this right here with some fresh watermelon, that, and some Waterloo watermelon seltzer. And this is how this all came together. And I am impressed with the way this came together.
I was going to compliment you, but you pretty much did it yourself. So, yeah.
Look, I'm not above patting myself on the back.
No, you deserve that pat.
But I had no idea.
It is pretty damn good.
My way of mixing this was just slapping shit in that jar and hoping for the best. And it turned out better than I expected. I was actually concerned it was going to be too strong. That's why I got the watermelon seltzer to kind of like dull it down a little. Oh, it came out.
It came out so good. You should be proud. You should be proud.
The only thing that I regret is I should have made this like 5 minutes before we did this instead of 10 minutes because the condensation, everything is.
Yeah, it's a fucking disaster, dude. Yeah, the timing of actually making the drinks, but everything is actually really good. I really like it. I'm just I really don't want to touch the glass. I just don't want to have sticky hands.
Some of it off of it.
I'm going to
wipe.
See, aren't you glad that I was too lazy to take these out of here?
No, I told you to bring them back in, remember?
No, I never took them out.
Oh.
Because I was thinking worst gets to it, my hands get really sticky. I will use a Clorox wipe. I'm not above it.
And neither am I, as you can see. So.
I mean, I guess I'm using a straw so I could go all the way up, but.
Yeah. Sorry if this looks really awkward.
It does.
But I'm trying to.
I'm like, now I can't even look at you while you lick that glass hole. It's just a fucking weird situation.
Oh, a little too thick. It's like that whole bunch of.
Oh, I shouldn't have seen that. Straightness. I was like, that was disgusting. I'm not looking forward to like super thick chunks. So just. Sorry, I'm being like super like skittish about this drink, but it is really good.
Yeah,
And my straw's already clogged.
it's because of I put a bunch of the chamoy at the bottom. So it really it'll all come together well. But maybe I put a little too much chamoy at the bottom.
Yeah. Oh my God, I thought these were going to be sturdy straws. They're not even.
Yeah, I thought they were going to be hard plastic too, but they're not.
Yeah.
So there's still a shit ton more back there. These are strong as fuck too, but they don't taste strong. That's what surprised me.
I know. I was like, as soon as I took a couple sips, I put it down because I was like, this is going to get me in trouble. I already know. I've been so drunk on so many of these.
Like I said, if you want
this is going to get me in trouble again. And I'm going to try and be a responsible adult.
Perico Productions YouTube channel. God damn it. Go to YouTube, put Perico Productions in. You will find the exact recipe on how I made this. I have it broke down. I haven't posted it yet. But it's going to be posted here very soon. The only why it's not posted yet is because we're reviewing how it tastes right now. And I am more than pleasantly surprised. This is a great, dude, Cinco de Mayo. Make this on Cinco de Mayo, motherfucker.
He's so stoked. I love it. You're so cute when you're excited about what you do. You're adorable, Justin.
Well, when everything comes together and you make something that you don't expect to be as good as it turned out, it's
I'm fighting.
Awesome.
I'm really fighting back there to just bust your balls about stuff because I'm like, it's cute watching you be proud.
You can bust my balls. I'm gonna need another wipe. Jesus Christ! Like I said, the only drawback is if you're gonna make this, have everything ready and drink it right away. Don't let it just sit there. Let everything run down the glass because you know what? You're gonna be a sticky little bitch, and that's where I am right now, a sticky bitch. But it is pretty good. So it is, like I said, the Smirnoff I did it's a 1 gallon container that I have. So it's 1 liter of the watermelon Fruscato. It's Smirnoff tamarind, spicy tamarind. I did probably a little bit more than just short of half the bottle. Just short of half the bottle. And then 3 cans of Waterloo the watermelon seltzer. And then we're using Cheetos, Chamoy. Because the point is to review this and the drink, and
it is so good.
This is bomb-ass Chamoy.
That is so good. I'm just thinking, what else can I put it on? Like, if I put that shit just on some chicken, would that be good?
I
like make it like sesame chicken, but just like.
Oh yeah, you could probably do something like that.
I feel like that's so tasty. I love it so much. I just feel like put it on some chicken. That would be delicious.
Frankie, you've done that. I think this and that it's all come together so well. It's bomb af. Bomb af.
I'm trying to think of all the things I could put it on. And I'm just like, it's so good. And I do have like, it does have like a nostalgia taste to it. And I just love it.
Oh yeah. Dude, it's all come together. And I've already drank way more than I probably should have of this.
Well, my straw's clogged.
All right. Shall we talk about... Let's talk about weed. Let's talk about weed. So before our booze in the news and our topic is all going to kind of come together. It's all going to just cohesively come together. Because the booze in the news is talking about... It comes from CNN.com. It says one of the biggest names in craft beer is hopping over to the cannabis business. So, it's Dale's Pale Ale. It's a little brewery doing some craft brews. Dale Catchus. It's Catechus. Catechus.
Cassius?
Cages.
I wasn't listening to what you were saying.
Dale Cages, I think is what his name. He's made Dale's Pale Ale, revolutionized canned beers. So he's been making some craft beers. He's now looking into creating being part of a kind of high-end weed business, cannabis business. He's all right. So the quote says, "When I got a peek inside of Veritas, I cannot read shit for it.
Let's call it Veritas.
Veritas, around every corner, it just whacked me in the head. It reminded me of the early days of Oscar Blues, which I guess is the company he works for or something. I don't know. Oscar Blues? What's Oscar Blues? I don't know what the fuck that is. I didn't read this article ahead of time. Well, I kind of read it, and then I got busy doing stuff, and I should have read this article ahead of time, but I was looking at other stuff.
Read it? But yeah, so a beer company, though, is basically going to do a cannabis beer, I'm assuming?
I don't know if he's going to do an actual cannabis beer, because there's already lots of cannabis beverages. But basically, hops is actually is within the cannabis family, which makes lovely beers. Probably why, IPAs are so popular, because they're very hoppy.
Can you do a cannabis beer?
I'm sure you could.
I just feel like that would be the thing to do, though.
A little alcohol.
Yeah.
That would be a good idea.
That's the thing to do if you're gonna. I thought that's what the story. Sorry, I just skipped ahead in my brain, and I was just like, "So he's gonna make a cannabis beer? Fuck yeah, that would be great." Sorry, I am hitting everything.
Oscar Blues is the brewery that he does and created Dale's Pale Ale. Okay, goes on further here.
I just don't know if that would be like a legal thing, like if that would be an issue, like combining alcohol and weed.
I think that would be a thing later on, but I think in the early stages, it's probably best just to keep the two separate from each other. But I could definitely see that being a thing.
Call it crossfade and then just
call it a day.
Yeah. Crossfaded.
Crossfaded and end of story. But
yeah, yes. I don't like it at the bottom because I'm getting like chunks.
Yeah. I was just trying to
get... The flavors are delicious that you nailed.
I think it would be better just to do the rim. I was just trying to get some extra in the bottom. But you know what? Trial and error. We're experimenting. We're making this, try to make it better. And it's made it into something. It's pretty good, though. But, so, at least this guy, part of that company, is crossing over into cannabis, trying to make some higher-end, high-quality cannabis out there. And that's why that's my booze in the news, because it's beer and weed. One thing I can enjoy, and another thing I used to enjoy. But that brings us to the next part, is just the topic. So, very recently, it seems to be that cannabis has made its way into the headlines for a positive reason, because, like, multiple states are making it legal. Slowly but surely, other states are making it legal. New Mexico has just made it legal. Arizona's legal. California. There's just multiple states that have already just legalized it for medical and recreational. Now that has been able to set the standard, showing that it's improved tax revenues, it's created more jobs, all those things that conservatives like to hear. So I found an article in USA Today that I'm not going to get too much in because it talks a lot about ending the war on drugs, gets a lot of involvement talking about ending some racial disparities, with the war on drugs has created, with a lot of people that are spending so much time, not because they're selling drugs, but because they just want to smoke some weed and they get caught with possession. All the things you hear a lot of times, and there's a lot of truth to that. But now we're, like I said, it's being shown to our government that it's a viable revenue source for them as well as private businesses, and it's freaking fun. Oh, Neko in the house. What? Thank you for joining us.
Is it your birthday? Or what am I reading? Does that say B-Day? Yeah.
If you look, it has cupcakes on the Twitch stream.
Oh, okay.
It's because some of the emotes won't transfer over into the StreamYard.
Oh, okay. I was like, what am I looking at? Yay!
Oh, yes, those were her bits. She bit at us. So I have to look over here to see what's going on. And I have to look over here to see the chat. It's a thing. It's just a thing. It's, technology. It's not perfect. But yes. Oh. But how you doing? I enjoyed your stream that I got to catch the last, 15, 20 minutes of. But it's nice to see you in the chat. Anyways, legalizing weed.
Yep.
It might happen.
I thought it did happen. Oh, you mean all the way around?
Like this country making it legal. Legal. Full on legal. 100%.
I say it's about time. It's kind of like, to me, it's like, I know so many people who were doing it illegally that it's kind of like, it's already legal as far as I'm concerned. I mean, in certain places, I know it's worse, and like people are in jail from like shit being
people are in jail from the 60s.
Yeah.
From carrying some weed with them.
For the most part, most people, it just hasn't been a problem for a while for them.
Yes.
I know there are people in jail. That sucks. Definitely get those fuckers out of there. God. Look at me trying to save myself and then calling everybody fuckers. Let's get those fuckers out of there.
But Neko says she needs to get her medical card. Well, hopefully, if all things go well, maybe, federally, you won't need your medical card. You can walk into a dispensary anywhere, any part of the country. You can go past your Border Patrol checkpoints and no worries. Just beep, beep, beep. Get your
right now, my medical card is expired, and I'm debating whether I should. The only thing is, like, when it opens up, like in Colorado, I know they had 2 separate lines.
Yeah.
And the medical line was always shorter. So I was like, maybe I should just renew my medical card just to maybe, have that as an option. Yeah. So I don't want to wait in line forever. But
also, if you think about it, if things become fully legal across the board, I mean, yeah, you can have a big rush in the beginning, but at a certain point, it's going to become a nice balanced situation. It'll be like going to your liquor store, just walking in. Like, okay, so when I went to LA, I went to one of the dispensaries there just because I want to check it out. Now, my son bought some weed. I didn't because can't, even though, it's because the job I have, as I've discussed, I'm a medic. You can't smoke weed. And honestly, I would rather unwind, being able to smoke some weed, actually get some sleep for a change instead of drinking a bunch of booze. Because for one, weed's not as bad for you as drinking a shit ton of booze. And we know that personally, seeing some family situations going down. Which is the reason why.
Oh, damn, he went there.
Yes, some streams have been canceled. But now I'm not here, obviously, I'm not going to say alcohol is bad. It can be, depending on the situation. I'm going to move this down a little bit because it's blocking your face. But with weed, you can smoke just a little bit of weed and have a good time. You can relax and actually sleep really damn good. Like, I've drank way too much booze before, and then you got to put the one foot on the floor, trying to make the world stop spinning. It doesn't work. But damn, this shit is strong. Sorry.
Yeah, I smoke weed for the most part. Well, the thing, because my problem is like falling asleep. I have a hard time falling asleep. And if I get woken up, I have a hard time falling back asleep. And it's like, because I've always had like, right now my sleep schedule is crazy. I woke up at 5.
Yeah.
I've been staying up until like 11 maybe. Yeah, it's just like it's a very weird thing, but like once I can't fall asleep, it's so much easier with alcohol because it knocks you the fuck out and then you're out, you know? Yeah. So I understand like using that as a thing, but weed just like lulls you into that sleep.
Oh, yeah.
You feel like you fall asleep of your own volition and not just being knocked the fuck out. Like I've taken sleeping pills my whole fucking life.
Neko's got the insomnia too. And I tend to be a night person anyways, but the career that I've had has really screwed things up doing this whole night shift, day shift, 24s, 36s, 72s, all these crazy ass hours. I'm all screwed up. But I will say one thing that's weird is I've noticed after COVID, like my body's done some weird shit. And I think I might be becoming a morning person. I've been awake early as fuck lately. I've been waking up at 3:30 in the morning before my alarm goes off to go to work. I don't understand that. This has nothing to do with weed. This is just
no. Now I'm asking you, like, are you using COVID as the timeline, or are you using COVID as the like? I think COVID has made me
part of the timeline and part of the. Ever since I've had COVID, all kind of weird shit's happened.
You're just saying.
Okay, you want to know what my favorite thing to eat right now is?
What?
You know, I've always been like a big time carnivore type of person. Mm-hmm. I love meat, steaks. Mm-hmm. My favorite thing to eat right now is I get a whole wheat English muffin, or now I get a whole grain, those thin flatbreads. Uh-huh. I got some goat cheese. Mm-hmm. I get one I put just a little bit of butter on there. I get goat cheese, and one is garlic herb goat cheese. And the other one is plain goat cheese, the semi-soft goat cheese. And I get radishes, carrots, and spring mix, like spinach, arugula, stuff like that. And I make a sandwich out of it.
And you're telling us you don't smoke weed?
No meat is in it at all. And it tastes so fucking good.
I mean, it sounds good.
I have had so many of those sandwiches. I'll make one for you later.
For real?
Yeah.
Like tonight?
Yeah, tonight.
I'm gonna sandwich everybody. Yeah.
Yes. Semi-vegan sandwich
with goat cheeses. I've never tasted a goat's cheese.
You never had goat cheese? No. Oh, it's fucking bomb.
That's what they talk about on their fancy food network. I've never had goat cheese before. Deborah's described it to me.
Oh, I think goat cheese is better than regular cheese. Totally veered off from weed, which is a common kind of weed situation. You talk about one subject, now you're talking about vegetarian sandwiches, because it does have goat cheese in there. I'm not doing the vegan cheese thing because all the ones I've seen look gross.
I had I don't know if it's like reduced sodium cheese, like because Deborah has to eat
reduced sodium
healthy. and it tasted like, I don't know if something had happened. Like, I'm willing to say that, like, I don't know, but it tasted metallic-y to me. Like it was cheese dipped in blood, and it made me so sick. Which maybe makes me think that's maybe some meat. Did you like somebody put some like stuff to thaw or something? But it had this metallic-y taste, and it made me like, I almost sort of threw up. I was like, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah. I mean, low sodium stuff often tastes weird because salt.
It was strange, but it was like
salt,
so strange that it made me think of blood. Like I was like, ooh.
The salt and fat are like the basis of flavor. Fat is flavor, but fat is also salty. So I mean, it all comes together just so perfectly.
Ooh. About to the part where I'm just getting chunks.
Fill it back up.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Here.
Well, see, this is how we get in trouble. Then we won't even know how many glasses we drank.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And we'll just keep filling it up
this thing up
till the chunks are gone, and that's a decent amount. That's a decent amount.
This is so strong. It doesn't even taste like it.
Yeah, it is so good, Justin. It is so good. It is. I mean, the chunks are really fucking me up. I'll be honest, but like without that. It is so good. And he like, did you talk about the ice cubes?
Well, the ice cubes don't have.
I know, but it's an added flavor.
The ice cubes are watermelon blended up with a little bit of water and some of the Cheetos Chamoy. I'm going to just keep plugging it. Just
because by the time we actually started this, the ice cubes were pretty well melted.
Yeah, and they really.
So I feel like that's a big part of the flavor too, though.
Yeah, it all just came together. It came together in perfect harmony. Just, I'm proud of this one. I'm really proud of this cocktail that I've made.
We should be.
Usually we try to make like gross and weird tasting stuff, but this one came together. Oh, and I didn't tell you the price. These are $14.95. I mean, that's
not bad.
That's pretty standard.
Yeah.
You know, Smirnoff I consider like
that's
mid shelf.
Yeah.
And
that's
then
a pretty bottle though. It's cute.
This big bottle of Fruscato, $10.
Mm.
So $20 total.
Yeah, but I think it's also important to note that this is a multiple day drinking experience.
Oh, yeah. This is here, and then see there's watermelon in there. There's watermelon in there. You got some boozy watermelon to eat later.
So
you can, when that's gone, you can take those chunks out, and guess what? There's booze that has absorbed into that watermelon. Oh.
I mean, yeah. I'm probably not gonna do that. I don't know. The watermelon, I think the watermelon has to be pretty decent because I was expecting it to taste watery and kind of like flat, but the watermelon actually tastes like it's good watermelon.
The watermelon that I got from Sprouts is really good. You heard my reaction on my video. I'm still editing.
Yeah, but you also like watermelon.
That's true. I really like watermelon.
So, I figure even like a mediocre watermelon is still good watermelon to you.
Mediocre watermelon is mediocre watermelon. That was really good watermelon. Sprouts is the place to buy watermelon. But legalizing weed.
Legalizing weed.
I'm honestly really hoping this goes forward. Like I said, it's finally reaching the feds and realizing that this can make us money. Canada's got weed legal. They've had it for a while. If they could just legalize it here, one, hopefully. Nope. My son is interrupting this podcast.
Answer it.
All right. Hello?
Well, I mean,
we're live right now. Hello? We're live.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Nothing, but we're live. What?
I can barely hear you, Dad.
Well, turn off your TV.
Boop, boop.
I don't know. I love you too. This blast.
Yes, but we're live right now on the podcast.
Oh, all right. Well, can't sit by tomorrow. You busy?
I don't know. I have an appointment tomorrow.
Okay. Well, I just need you to get the rental tomorrow, like reserve it or whatever.
I told him he's live on the podcast. All right, you need the rental tomorrow. All right.
Well, I just need you to reserve it. I don't know if they need to pay money at that point. I don't know, but I have the money, so just reserve it just in case they need you to pay up front or something.
Okay, but I'll do that. But
Okay, I'll call you tomorrow. Bye. I love you.
bye. I love you too.
Okay. Well, that wasn't worth it.
But yes, I told him he was live on the podcast. I was trying to say we're live right now, but
yeah, okay.
Kurt, yeah, he's my son. I love that guy. Obviously.
He's my son. I love that guy. Oh, that's actually really nice because I think
Put that on a t-shirt. He's my son. I love that guy.
I think that's hilarious.
Look, I don't know what we're talking about as far as legalizing weed anymore.
Well,
One glass of this is just...
it is actually pretty strong. I'm feeling really good. And it is actually tasty. Don't put shit at the bottom. Don't. It's just because that's the hardest part. My straw keeps getting clogged. Don't do that.
If you put stuff at the bottom, don't use a straw.
Yeah, but I honestly believe it would just be stuck at the bottom and you'd just have to spray that shit out of the bottom. It gets stuck in the glass.
It's slowly dissolving.
Don't do it. It's just the thing. Don't do it. It's not, the payoff isn't worth it. The taste of the stuff is good, but the texture becomes like curdled.
Curdled chamoy?
It tastes like a Irish car bomb if you don't. I keep getting like huge chunks of just stuff that's like.
I've been mixing mine up though, periodically.
Yeah, well, you also got us like, I thought this is almost like a magic trick. I thought they were totally like stiff straws, and then I go to stir, and they're just these wiggly worms.
That's true. I did not expect them to be rubber straws. I thought they were going to be like plastic, thick plastic. They're not.
But it's a good combination. It's a good tasting drink. Honestly, when he sent me the ingredients of what was in it, I was like, so is this like we're trying to make ourselves sick? Because also I don't like watermelon. So to me, it was just like a fuck you, I'm going to make you drink something, like anyway. But it is really good. It is really good.
Yeah. It's appropriate for bottom shelf cocktails.
It's so good.
Technically, I think this would be a mid-shelf cocktail.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But it came together better than I expected. And Jesus Christ, that is so strong. It tastes so good.
Yeah, I want more. I really want more, but I'm also like, yeah, well, I'm going to get me some too, but if I end up on the floor again later, like, we know how we got here.
Well, I was being smart. I did half a glass.
Okay.
I obviously didn't re-rim my glass because one, I'm sticky, and two, I still got some in there.
I'm going to do...
Oh. Here's a true taste of just the straight up.
Yeah, how's that?
Yeah, you still can't taste the alcohol.
Really?
The ice cubes just
How many seltzers did you put in there?
3.
3?
Yeah, so it's, like I said, it's a little more than half. I think it's half.
Mm-hmm. You said half in the video, and then you went a little more.
Okay, yeah. So it's about that much of this, and then a full liter of watermelon Fruscato from Barefoot, and it turned out quite well.
So good. I hate watermelon flavored stuff, but everything together tastes. I don't get that artificial. Because I mean, like, I don't know what's in a watermelon wine. Like, I don't know what that is. I'd imagine artificial, but
yeah, I have no idea. I didn't read the ingredients list.
maybe that tastes good. I don't know, but like seltzers, everything. I don't expect, natural watermelon flavors, and even then, what is that?
It's delicious, is what it is.
No, that's to me is something like it's put in front of you, and you're bored, so you eat it. That's watermelon to me. Yeah. Unless you're gonna cut it up in like triangles. That's the kid in me that's just like, then we're doing watermelon speed sitting contest, all that stuff that reads like
you can try the
Americana.
watermelon. Fridge. That's some bomb watermelon.
Yeah.
It'll make you
I've had more not bomb watermelon than I've had bomb watermelon.
Well, if you're just buying some Walmart watermelon.
Yeah.
When you get some good watermelon, it is so
I'm Sprouts is fancy. No, I'm not going to Sprouts.
Sprouts is only like most of the stuff at Sprouts is maybe $1 more than Walmart.
They do have the best ham, like the boar's head ham.
Oh yes.
Oh my God! Well, I don't think they have it anymore. Now I get the tavern ham. That stuff is good, but ham is what Sprouts is good for.
Oh God, we are staying true to the weed topic because we've gone completely off topic and have gone.
Well, I smoke weed about like every podcast a little bit before, so I'm always a teeny bit hype.
And I just sit here and watch her and go, "Oh, damn it!"
Yeah.
But hopefully soon that's coming to a close. Like I said, my train of thought was supposed to be, if they actually make it legal, it'd be so much nicer to be able to smoke some weed and relax and unwind instead of just drinking to unwind.
I get the problem with that. I get why it's an issue because weed stays in your system for so long. It's like, so does alcohol. Nobody talks about how alcohol stays in your system for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, especially if you drink a lot and often, like, you're going to have alcohol in your system. You're just going to. So if you're ever getting tested, it's always going to be an issue. But you're also always probably a little bit drunk.
I would say at least 85% of the people at work, if we had to do an alcohol test like they do when you're like in DWI classes, would fail.
I believe it. But nobody ever tells you that. Like, they always act like, oh, it's because of, they always act like it's a recent thing, but it's like, it just stays in your system. It's I don't remember the times or anything, and I don't remember why I started.
I actually probably drink, which is weird. So I'm the one that has an alcohol-based podcast, and I probably drink less than most of the people that I work with do. Because the main time
I believe it, because I know.
Because I drink on the podcast, and then occasionally I might have a drink chilling.
Because I think part of it too is like you guys see a lot.
Yeah.
So like I understand that being a part of the field a little bit, like decent amount of drinking.
But because the only time I drink is for the podcast, and I'll have about 3 beers before I go up on stage when I do stand-up comedy. And that's pretty much it. Because I think the only one time I've been up on stage when I was drunk AF is when you were my designated driver when I peeked in your purse.
I went like this because like I always, okay, like people are like, you puked in your purse. Oh my God. And I was like, that was a puke purse. Like he's the first person who's ever taken me out. But I was like, dude, I always have a purse. It has nothing in it. Absolutely fucking nothing in it.
Except for maybe a paintbrush and pencil.
Yeah, the one time we opened my purse and that's all that was in it was a paintbrush and a pencil. So. Yeah, to me, purses are fashion, not necessarily like for holding important shit. But
That's kind of how it is for most people.
yeah. So yeah, and it was a hard, like, kind of leathery purse. It did have like a fabric lining, but I was just like, worst comes to it, cut the lining out, you're good. Like, it was made to be puked in.
Yeah.
So when he started throwing up in the car, I was just like, throw up in the goddamn purse. Don't throw up all over the fucking car. Like, I was like,
well, I was
puke.
trying to get her to pull over so I could puke outside.
Yeah. No.
And I puked in the purse.
Because I hate driving at night
And delivered
anyway.
on my dashboard.
And I was having him direct me where to go too. And we went to go turn down one way and there was construction. And he was just like, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, I don't drive. Like, this was before I had really been driving in El Paso a lot.
Yeah.
So one place was blocked off, and he was just like, "Oh, I was like, it's blocked off," and he didn't hear me. And then, like, by the time we got up to there, he was like, "Oh, it's not open." And I was just like, I'm telling you, it's not open. So we pulled over in Whataburger, and then
did we get food at Whataburger?
No, we didn't. No, yeah. I think we might have. Maybe that was the throw up.
Did I pick up Whataburger?
I don't know, man.
I
didn't look what was in the purse. I disposed of what was in the purse and then like threw the rest in the washer.
No, because I puked between here and Vado.
Yeah. It was beautiful. You know, like I'm not necessarily the person who's like forcing people to drink anymore. I mean, I kind of am. I will be like, hey, let's take one more shot. And if you say yes, it's happening, but I'm not like, come on, guys, let's do it. But
Lucid vodka.
I used to be
Lucid vodka, Lucid absinthe.
You said okay. Well, okay. I don't know.
I tried.
Maybe I'm a little pestery still. I don't know. Not as bad as I used to be. I'm willing to believe I'm still a little bit of like especially when I get drunk. I bet I'm like. I like to think I'm more of a nudger, but fuck. Oh, I still enjoy watching people be wasted out of their minds.
Yeah.
Like, there is a part of me that's just like, yes. Especially if I'm not the catalyst. I'm also like, look at this. Drunkenness at its finest. Like, I have to do shit. I do enjoy other people being drunk. And I do enjoy other people being crazy drunk because it's also like, look at you. Because I've lived those days too. I was that person. Never puked in a purse. I'm a next day puker. I don't puke the day of. Next day well, except for once, the Long Island iced tea thing where I threw up all over myself. One day I decided to wear a wig, puke all over it.
Yeah, I would say a good chunk of the time I don't vomit, but when I do.
But wouldn't you rather it be in a purse? It was so fun. Just the story of somebody puked in my purse.
Oh yeah, I tell the story actually quite frequently.
I told people too, I was like, if you need to throw up ever, because that's worse, because I hate it when people need to throw up and they don't throw up in something. They like just decide to like, oh, I'm gonna puke, and they just let it ride. They're just like, I let you know I'm gonna puke, now I'm gonna puke all over your shit. Like, and I'm just like, there's a purse right here. If you're embarrassed about it or you need to run to the bathroom, but get to that bathroom. I'm telling you, get to that bathroom. If you need the purse, take the purse and get there. That's less embarrassing than puking all the way to wherever you're going.
I was just thinking about Brittany puking in that bowl that you gave her.
I've always been one to be like,
she was just like, oh, I think I'm going to vomit now. It was the most polite vomiting.
I'm the friend who's like, I don't care what it is. I gave this one girl who came to my party a pan. She was just like all over the place. And she was just like, and I was like, take the pan. Just take the pan. It's got a handle. Carry it around. I'm like, you're not making it to the bathroom, sweetie. Like, just take it. There's no shame in taking something to get to the bathroom. I'm like,
Oh,
don't
definitely.
puke all. It's more embarrassing to puke all the way. They're puking something. People try to use their hands.
Shit.
That's not gonna work. Take a container and go. I am the friend who carries a puke purse. I even thought I think we talked about this on the podcast before it ever became like a live stream.
Yeah.
That we're gonna create the first ever puke purse.
Yes.
And it's gonna have a water resistant kind of like
it's gonna have like a
thing in the thing. It's a purse meant to be puked in.
It's gonna have like the weather,
like a rubbery.
What do they call it? Like for the bed of your truck on the inside.
Yeah, on the inside, you puke inside. You pour it out. You take it to the club bathroom or wherever the fuck you are. You know.
And real quick, we're getting a raid from Myriad of Roses with a party of 3. Thank you very much for the raid. We're supposed to be talking about legalizing weed, and much like any conversation pertaining weed, we have got to vomiting in purses.
Yeah.
That's where we're at right now. And for those of you that are rating and have not seen this show, we are bottom class people drinking bottom shelf booze, and we drink some cheap booze, and we talk about random stuff. We review it. This week we have made a cocktail, which you can see sitting here behind here, which has some watermelon. It has tamarind spicy vodka by Smirnoff, as well as a liter of watermelon fruscato from Barefoot. And then I got a little bit of watermelon seltzers from Waterloo put together. And then we have rimmed our glasses with Cheetos Chamoy, which is made right here in the city of Crosses by a local firefighter. And real quick, since I haven't done this in a while, let's give him a little Cheetos Chamoy on Instagram is where you can reach him and DM him if you're in the local area for this lovely chamoy. $5 for 8 ounces, and it is fucking bomb. It's homemade. It's it's good. It brought this whole cocktail together. Well, thank you for the raid. Thank you for joining us. Myriad of Roses. I love that name.
I know, right?
It's a good name. It's a good solid name.
Myriad of Roses.
But
makes my day even better to say it. Myriad of
actually,
roses.
you know what? I think we talked about a weed compartment in the puke purse.
Yeah.
I think we said the main compartment is going to be made to vomit in case of emergencies. You'll have a separate compartment for your weed, and possibly a smoking device will be attached, as well as the other side pocket can be a like booze holster.
That's definitely the deluxe version.
It's like I think we ended up going with an all-out party purse.
Yeah.
It'll have like
the party purse.
It was a party purse because it had multiple things, but the main compartment is for once that party has gotten lit af and things have gone perfectly right, and next thing you know, you got the party purse ready for action.
No. I believe we could sell it. $19.99.
Oh yeah. And then you're supposed to have like, I think we were gonna have like an extra little like liners. You have like the Tough Truck bed liner, for extra durability, and then you'll have intro liners. So that way, once it's been puked in, you can just remove that liner and throw it out and just do a quick little hose down and bam, ready to go. Place a new liner in there. Next party, good to go.
We're working on one day getting the materials biodegradable enough where you can flush it in the toilet.
Oh, that'd be great.
Like it never happened.
Just a flushable.
Boom. I mean, I've never been that fucked up in like public, like house parties, maybe probably once or twice, but
I think the only time I've been that drunk at a bar was
because you weren't that bad. Well, you were drunk.
Well, it's because of after the show. Adam was like, "Let's do all the comedians. Let's do some shots, and then we did some more shots." Adam kept buying drinks. I was drinking hams all night because hams was $1.50. And when I got on stage, of course, I got 2 cans of hams beers and was like, "Pressed hams. I'm giving you all pressed hams."
And that was the thing for the night, running around and being like, "Pressed hams."
Yes, that was. You know how it is. Like when you're at a certain level of intoxicated, you get a thing. You have a thing, and that is your thing for the night. Mine was pressed hams. I was drinking hams, and I was giving everybody pressed hams. Because, I mean, when else are you going to be able to tell somebody to give them pressed hams and not run the risk of going to jail? Perfect opportunity.
I love pressed hams.
It was a wholesome pressed ham.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I was literally just pressing 2 cans.
It was
together.
adorable. He was adorable. I love watching Drunk Justin just be the dork he is at a bar, just telling everybody, pressed hams, pressed hams.
Oh, you think I'm adorable now? You should see me when I'm really drunk.
God.
I don't know. Actually, if you've been watching this podcast long enough, you've seen me really drunk. Absinthe night was way too drunk.
God was.
Oh my God.
I did not, I don't know, I did not consider how higher class booze affects my bottom class body. It just took me down. I felt so good though. The thing is like, I feel like with lower class boozes, the stuff I normally drink, there is kind of a drag you feel as you're getting drunker.
Mm-hmm.
This, I felt amazing dead.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It was crazy. Like,
there is, like I said, I still stand by absinthe gives you a different kind of drunk. And
yeah, I felt pretty good. I felt like my brain was pretty well there, I thought. Like it wasn't, but then it was like, yeah, I was fucked up. My body was dying, but I felt like my brain was still living. If that makes sense. If that makes sense.
We were really bad about talking about weed.
It's just the vibe.
The vibe of weed. It's the vibe. It's the weed vibe. I mean, honestly, it is. Whenever I've been able to smoke weed, it just makes you start thinking about random shit. You keep going, and then next thing you know, you're talking about puking on purses.
Like, as we are teased.
I think I've already said that once or twice. I'm not even high.
That was great. That was so fun for me. That was the best sober driving experience. Because my thing to me is if I'm going to be designated, y'all better be fucked up. You feel me? Because if I'm sitting here having to be sober the whole time, you best be enjoying your life to the fullest.
I remember that statement being made before we got there. She's like, all right.
I gave everybody
you're going up on stage. You're drinking. You better be full tilt.
Yeah,
and I was.
I will always be the person who's like, I will get you home safely,
Mm-hmm.
but you better live for the both of us tonight. Because if nobody, like, I hate that when you're designated driver and everybody's had like just a couple drinks and you're just like, okay.
Why do we go to the bar?
Yeah, that's my whole night of just like y'all drinking just like 2 seltzers and now I gotta drive everybody home. Like, are you serious?
But I guess it's better to be the designated driver in that situation than being the designated driver and everybody's fighting with each other.
Oh, yeah.
It's drama.
Oh yeah, like for sure. I've been in good designated driver situations, but I'm hardly the designated driver. That's why that's my mentality. It's just like, I will do this for you, but then you also have to do this for me.
That's
like,
I mean, touche.
Don't like, my thing is never like throw up drunk. That's not my,
but be fun.
like, I'm not trying to get
drunk.
anybody in trouble, but I'm also like, let's make this worth it.
Oh yeah.
Me.
You want to be the fun drunk, not the
Yeah.
fucked up drunk.
Yeah. Most of my friends are pretty fun drunks. You're a fun drunk. Justin's a very fun drunk. Justin's a fun drunk because he knows not what he does. He's drunk, but he's I want to say wholesome. A wholesome drunk.
I'm a wholesome in a deprived way.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that you're so much like maybe just precious. Let's go with your.
I find a thing, I do it. And
My best friend, she's a precious drunk.
Samantha?
Yeah, she don't get crazy.
That's true.
She's just
She don't get
adorable.
crazy.
She just, her thing, I don't want to put her on blast, but her thing is she just insists she's not drunk.
Yeah.
And you're just like, okay.
Okay, that's
And you let her have that and you move on, you know? Like,
yeah.
I always think that's weird when people want to fight over who's drunk and who's not. It's like, we've all been drinking. We're all drunk. Like,
We all drunk.
there's no reason to fight how drunk people are. I'm just like, okay, if you want to say you're not drunk, that's cool. But guess who's not getting in a car? Guess who's not, like, you know,
Yeah.
when it comes down to it, you just, if you want to say you're not drunk, cool. I have no problem. As long as you're not trying to get into your car, as long as
You say you're not drunk.
I'm like, I'll let you have it, dude. It's not worth
But
fighting.
the 4
over.
shots we took together and the 6 beers and
Drunk people love to fight about how drunk they are, whether they're too drunk or not drunk. And I'm like, why does it matter? We've all
That's
been
true.
drinking. Alcohol has been consumed.
See, I don't really care. I know. Look, when I'm drinking, I know I have a certain goal in mind. I'm either, you know, it's fucking party rock time and let's get fucked up. Or it's, you know, I'm going to have a few beers. I'm going to unwind. I'm going to get on stage. I'm going to get my shit out. You know, you just get that enough beers into you to kind of get that, like, I don't give a fuck. You need the right amount of I don't give a fuck to get up there, which I have a lot of I don't give a fuck, but I just need that extra I don't give a fuck. And then there's the occasional, I just got home from work, I'm tired, let me slam a bottle of wine and pass out. That was me when I got home last night. See, I just worked another 36-hour shift because I'm crazy. Well, actually, I have come to determine that working in EMS is oh. Neko says, I'm a loving person when I'm drunk and I get more lovable. I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah,
But
I'm more of a fun drunk now than I used to be, but I still do have like if you get me past a certain amount of drunk, drama's gonna happen.
That's
it's just
true.
gonna happen.
I know that.
So like it's my job as a human being to make sure I don't reach that level. It's just I don't it varies.
I got a profound point that I wanted to make.
Oh, I'm sorry. Whoops.
Okay. No, you're good.
Reverend?
I was thinking the other day that well, actually, me and another girl at work have determined that EMS is much like prostitution. You often are doing things you wouldn't regularly do just for money. And when there's extra money involved, you'll really do something dirty. And it often involves getting body fluids on you. So prostitution and EMS have a lot in common. You don't get to choose your clientele. And sometimes they're disgusting. Damn.
Beautiful.
Profound thoughts.
Great sentiment. Hallmark?
On a card. Print it.
Especially during these pandemic times where everybody's all up people's butts.
Thank your prostitutes and your ambulance drivers. I don't know, man. Look, I've had a glass and
I'm going to put more in mine. I'm just trying to make sure I felt because sometimes after this we do like a video game.
Like video game stream?
And that absinthe one, I was dead.
Oh, yeah.
I was just dead.
She did a little bit and then she was done.
Yeah, I was laying on the floor. Which good call by me. I'm like, best not be on camera. I'll take the floor.
And then shortly after that, I called the stream. Because they're playing Skyrim.
Yeah, there wasn't a way I was going to pay attention to Skyrim and be that fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when I'm not playing it. I was probably just going to... That night I don't know.
Bad decisions were made.
I didn't even... Because I just kept thinking we didn't take that many shots. We didn't drink that much. But I also forget higher alcohol.
Neko was also a snacky drunk.
Oh.
So slowly sobers her up. as I slowly get drunk again. Like, I mean, I'm snacky all the time.
Yeah, well, yeah. Especially that legalized weed. Yeah, when I smoked that.
Yes,
Bring it
back to
back.
weed. Oh, brought it back. Oh.
Yeah, I'm a very snacky person. But I love the best food you'll ever have. I feel like drunk as far as leftovers go, Olive Garden. Because if you eat that shit sober, it's not really great. Leftovers, Olive Garden, it's not that great. But like drunk, it feels fancy. It feels.
I don't know if this is gonna relate to my fatitudinous.
Fatitudinous.
I've never had leftovers from Olive Garden.
Justin, I'm gonna buy some Olive Garden and I'm gonna give you the leftovers. Enjoy your night. At some point, you'll be so glad you have that fucking drying out Alfredo in your fridge.
The half dry Alfredo.
It's good. I've always loved, because every time we go to Olive Garden, like if there's leftovers, everybody takes the leftovers home, but nobody eats them, and I'm just like, that's for a drunk night. So I just get everybody's leftovers of Olive Garden, and
they just put it into one container. Just
I don't know what that says about my fatitudinous. I make my own like little lasagna. Like, what do they have? The tour of Italy or whatever. I make my own tour of Italy with whatever the fuck everybody else got.
I mean,
my drunk tour of Italy.
If you mix it all together, that is a proper drunk tour of Italy.
No, I don't mix it all together.
Oh,
I might, but if it all tastes like shit, like,
oh, you know what?
But pasta when you're drunk is good.
I almost
kind of pasta.
I almost want to do a video because mukbangs is a thing.
Yeah, I really want to. I really want to do one.
All right, we'll do an Olive Garden mukbang.
That's gonna be so pricey though. Olive Garden is mid tier.
I know. What we'll do is we'll select some things from the item, some items, you know, and then we're gonna put them in a. We're just gonna mix all together in a giant bowl. All the flavors, all of them are mixed together.
But that's so easy peasy lemon squeezy. I think we go for like a cheap Chinese food place.
Okay.
Because all Italian mixed together is still going to taste delicious, and I bet you half of Olive Garden stuff is made out of the same stuff.
That's true.
So it'll probably just taste like one thing.
We'll sort it out later.
I would like to do a seafood. Now we're
just going up. Now we're just talking about random shit that we never thought about doing.
I always worry about the ASMR of like the drinking the drinks, and I'm like, if we did a mukbang, I would be so. I would hate it.
I have to. We'd probably have to do. We do the mukbang in the YouTube room.
Mm. Okay.
Because we're not gonna do that live.
Yeah.
Unless you want to do it live.
That's what I was thinking, but I'm also like, that'd be
difficult because the way the camera angle is. We're getting into shit that would.
Sorry.
Weed.
I'm so hungry. I have the munchies.
Well, I'll make you. I'm gonna make you.
I'm so excited for the sandwich, dude. Oh, no lie.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be. It's gonna surprise you.
I have been like holding out this whole podcast since you mentioned I'm getting a sandwich.
Oh, you're gonna get.
I don't even have to make it. I'm getting a sandwich.
Yes, I'm gonna make you my vegan sandwich. You're gonna be impressed.
Is it vegan or vegetarian? Because if it's got milk.
Sorry, it's vegetarian. I have another version too that I also put some prosciutto in it. But that's more of a.
That's meat, right?
That's special occasion. Yeah, prosciutto. It's like Italian bacon, I guess.
Mm.
It's good. I got some more prosciutto. I just bought some prosciutto today.
I'm gonna get some more of this.
I feel like I'm getting all bougie up in here.
You are bougie, Justin. See, you don't need to feel it. It's in your heart. It's in your soul. Part of you, Justin. You're just bougie.
All right, I'm gonna take a break from drinking and do just half a glass. Don't do a whole glass. Do a half glass.
Yeah, but that was a plan.
Just be smart.
I'm being smart.
It's not lay on the floor
Podcast
tonight.
is almost over.
It is almost over.
Yeah, 8 more minutes.
Yeah. So I think they should legalize weed. I think it'd be great. It'd be fantastic to finally have weed legal. So for all of us that have jobs at drug tests, hopefully they will decide, oh, look, it's just like drinking, but better and more wholesome. Because I will say this. In my years of EMS, I have not been to a call where somebody got high and got into a fight.
You mean?
Like they literally,
Anyways.
they smoked some weed and got violent. Now, usually if there's alcohol involved, methamphetamines. Now, if somebody has weed and multiple substances involved, then all bets are off. But typically, when you just stick to the cannabis, you're less likely to get violent and crazy. I mean, in my personal experience, in my days when I used to be able to enjoy the cannabis, the only thing I want to do was watch SpongeBob and snack.
SpongeBob holds up.
Or go
when you're
skateboarding.
high.
Oh, yeah.
Like, SpongeBob is amazing.
I remember, like, when I first watched SpongeBob, I didn't really care for it. I watched it high, and I was like, this is the best show I've ever seen.
Yeah, right? Like, well, because I grew up SpongeBob era. I remember the first SpongeBob episode.
Yeah, you were peak
I watched.
SpongeBob era. You were the peak demographic when SpongeBob was big.
So, yeah, and then I just started watching it. Somebody went like, that'll probably be good to watch high, and I was just like, I never really thought about it, and I watched it, and I was like, "Oh my god!" The one I was expecting to like really get me high was The Misadventures of Flapjack, and it just didn't do it for me for some reason. I was shocked. I called my mom Mama Bubby and everything, and I just thought, which she wasn't super happy about because it's a whale, but Mama Bubby was her thing, but. I don't know. I thought it would like be more awesome high, and it didn't do anything. Yeah, I guess maybe I was too excited for it, but I was just like, it kind of made me go like, oh, I don't want to revisit.
Sometimes you hype things up too much, and then it lets you down.
Because I loved Flapjack, but when I went back and watched it, I don't know, it was not as cool as I thought it was, and it kind of really bummed me out.
Maybe if you had not had those hopes and disliked the show and then watched it high, it might be more enjoyable.
I bet you. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I've gone back and watched and just went like, but with a high brain, and it's been better. Oh, which probably says something about the actual
creators
content. But yeah, there has been some stuff, or just, age, like certain things.
Yeah.
I just didn't understand because I was not old enough to understand. And I've gone back and been like, oh, this movie's actually really good. I just didn't get it.
That's true. I've done that more than once. Not necessarily about just being high and watch stuff, just growing up in real life.
Watchmen. Yeah. Watchmen, I went back and watched and went, you know what? Once you get past that blue dick, that's actually a pretty damn good movie. But the first time we went and watched it, I went and watched it with him, and we didn't know it was rated R.
I think I knew it was rated R, but I was not expecting blue dick.
Yeah, and there was just penis there the whole time, and it was just kind of like he's in there with his sisters, and I was just like
staring at a big blue dick. Hey,
that's a big blue penis. I was not expecting to see multiple.
Nobody was ready for a big blue penis when you take your middle school sisters to go see.
Yeah, because it was around the time where like comic book movies were really like starting to be a thing.
They were just really picking up momentum.
Iron Man, all that stuff. So it was just like, oh, another superhero thing.
Like I expected when I saw rated R, I was expecting violence turned up a little bit higher, maybe some sexual content, but not a big big blue dick.
A lot. It was just penis hanging out a lot. And I like now a penis ain't no thing, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have noticed, but like as a younger kid, and I just remember seeing a bunch of kids, and I just remember being like, there's a bunch of kids in this theater. We're all just staring at this guy's dick. Like,
that's how I started thinking about that movie. I need to go back and rewatch it because.
But I guess that happened to a lot of people. They all like a lot of people felt like, okay, it's going to be a little bit more violent, but it's superheroes. How bad can it be? Like, and then it's just like, oh, if you don't want your little kids to be staring at.
And honestly, it was my fault because I never read the Watchmen comic or the graphic novel.
It was still, I still liked it. Like,
yeah,
it revamped my love for Simon and Garfunkel. I was just like, Sound of Silence, because I always used to hate Sound of Silence, and then I saw it on that movie, and I was like, you know what? I'll give Sound of Silence a chance.
But I remember thinking it was a pretty good movie, but at the same time, I was also distracted by the fact that I'm looking at a big blue penis with my sisters.
That was so much fun. I was just like, ha! Jokes on us! Dicks! Dick for days.
Dick for days. That should be the sequel. Watchmen, Dick for days.
But yeah, the second time I watched it, I was actually like, Watchmen is actually a really good movie. When you're not stressed out about looking at penis with your brother, it's a really good movie.
True.
I showed my boyfriend Watchmen after he had already watched The Boys, and he was just like, "Oh, this is like a less crazy version of The Boys." And I was like, "Watchmen came first."
That's true. Like, if you're watching The Boys and then watching...
He was like, I probably would have liked it, but I've already seen The Boys. And I was like, that's right. Like,
yeah, The Boys...
I can see how that would fuck up Watchmen.
Cranks up a little higher. Definitely. Which, I love that show, and I can't wait for season 3.
I'm excited to see what Jensen Ackles' character is going to be like. The guy from Supernatural.
Yeah. And he's supposed to be...
I honestly can't... I remember... what's her name? Stormfront?
Yeah.
I remember her situation.
Yes.
I remember... But, like, not too much after that. I don't really know what they're leading into. Like, I know, like... Well, we won't go too much into it. But watch The Boys. It's really good. If you like Watchmen, you'll love The Boys.
Oh, it was good. It's a good show. It is a good show. There is just no doubt. It's a fantastic show.
Yeah.
I think we're reaching our time limit.
Okay.
And I have to pee because I drank a buttload of watermelon stuff.
Like shaking.
Yeah. So we were supposed to talk about a lot about legalizing weed, and I think we kind of got the point across. Legalizing weed, I think, is a good idea. For multiple reasons: taxes, job opportunities, and helping me sleep at night. Diane?
Legalize it.
Legalize it.
Yeah, do that. I mean, I've already got my med card.
Just do it.
I really do think it does help, but you also have to understand that, like, it's not going to fix everything. People act like weed's a miracle thing.
Weed's not a miracle.
You have to respect the ganja and treat it like a medicine if you want it to act like a medicine. If you're just getting high all day, you're going to be high all day. You're going to forget shit. But the responsibility
lies on
you. Like, it's not weed that's wrong. It's your mentality and how you're treating them.
Just like anything else in life.
Yeah, pretty much. You any medication, you treat it like it's how it's supposed to be used, and then it'll work. If you don't, then whatever. So and
if you just want to be high, enjoy the high. But remember, there's other responsibilities in life.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, we have been Best of the Bottom. We're bottom class people drinking bottom shelf booze. And you can find us here every Monday at 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And if you enjoyed this, you can also see the catch-up versions on YouTube. And if you're on the YouTube, Please like, share, subscribe, click the bell, do those YouTube things. Help us out, help us grow, help make us better. We love you guys. We also have audio versions at bestofthebottom.podbean.com. And I think I'm actually behind on updating the audio version. So stand by and I'll try to get the next couple episodes that I may have missed up. We also have a website, pericoproductions.com. We have a link to donate to the channel. We have some merchandise that I still don't have to show you, which would probably help to make merchandise sales happen. But once again, I'm bad at this YouTube Twitch thing. I'm not good at it. I'm in the weird generation. Pan's supposed to be better at it, but she's not.
No, because I don't like it.
But you're here anyways.
Yeah.
And then we also have links to all social medias, the TikToks, the Instagrams, the Twitters, all of them. All the social medias we participate in, there's a link to it. So, just hit all those buttons, do all those things you're supposed to do on the YouTubes. Follow us on Twitch. If you want to subscribe to us on Twitch, help us out. We appreciate that too. You know what? Come join our family. Just bring it in. And we will see you next time on Best of the Bottom.
I'm going to get me a sandwich.
Tastes pretty good.